This is an interesting game for Google to play if it's not just internal. If you're going to deploy this externally, $23 billion is a pretty large internal expense.
This episode is made possible by OIT VoIP. Find your best-in-class revenue generation for MSPs all over the world. Learn more via the link in the show notes.
Good morning and welcome to the July 11th episode of MSP Dispatch, your source for news, community events, and commentary in the MSP channel. My name is Tony Francisco, your host today, normally running with Ray Orsini. He is not here today, but he's always watching in some way, shape, or form. You probably just saw him. I didn't see him, but he's always watching. Let's jump straight into our first story. From TechCrunch.com, Google reportedly in talks to acquire cloud security company Wiz for $23 billion. A story from Anthony Ha. Alphabet, Google's parent company, is reportedly in advanced discussions to acquire Wiz for approximately $23 billion, that's $23 billion US dollars, potentially the largest acquisition yet from Alphabet. Wiz specializes in comprehensive cloud security, analyzing data from major platforms like Amazon Web Services and Microsoft Azure for security risks. The move aims to strengthen Google's cloud business, which grew to $9.57 billion US in the first quarter of this year. Despite the talks, neither Google nor Wiz has officially commented. This potential acquisition follows Wiz's recent $1 billion Series E funding, valuing it at $12 billion US. Founded by its former Microsoft employees, Wiz had aimed for an IPO and acquisition of smaller security firms before possibly joining Alphabet instead. This opens up a very interesting conversation. I do believe that everyone is talking about, at this point, security, AI, security, AI, and security about AI, and then AI to help with security. Wiz can accomplish that with the analytics engines and the practices. I'm very excited about this acquisition, but let's not forget about the characteristic dependencies that this is coming to the party with. We're talking about an amazing team that came from Microsoft's core group, merging with the Alphabet team that has vast volumes of data for learning experiences, and more importantly, tightening up what we consider to be an already open area that has massive security concerns. So the combination of the two what I believe, is going to result in probably a better practice and implementation at a wider scale, probably a global level. And I'm really interested to see how this plays out. But again, this is an interesting game for Google to play if it's not just internal. If you're going to deploy this externally, $23 billion is a pretty large internal expense. So the question is, do they want to tug on that thread? And if they do, what are they going to unveil? And that's the part I'm really excited about. Jumping on my next story from VentureBeat.com. OpenAI anticipates decrease in AI models costs amid adoption surge. OpenAI expects its AI models, including the GPT series, to become more affordable in the future. At VB Transform 2024, Oliver Godement discussed how the costs for the models have decreased. The introduction of GPT-4o, priced lower and faster than its predecessor, saw widespread adoption due to enhanced capability and affordability. Godement also highlighted efforts to optimize costs at hardware and interference levels, drawing parallels to the cost reductions seen in consumer electronics. In addition, he emphasized OpenAI's commitment to passing on cost savings to customers, enabling new use cases across sectors like consulting and healthcare. I am really excited about this. I'd like to remind everyone that ChatGPT was the first out-of-the-box ready large language model that the consumer could use. The fact that the evolutionary period spawned after ChatGPT, Claude, and then we have Gronk, and there's so many different large language models that have a consumer interface that are easy to use. If they are saying that this is now going to become easier to use and lower cost, this is something that should excite everyone. And I'm looking forward to the next stories ahead. But if this story was intriguing to you and you want to engage more, if there was only a place that we could put some type of conversation, which in 3, 2, 1, bam! Oh, look at that right there. That is our Discord server. Scan that little QR code. It's a good one. It's a safe one. We use it all the time, and engage in the conversation with the other MSP Dispatch members. The MMN is an amazing location where you have people that are smart. You're learning not just what's happening here and now. You're not just learning about best practices, but you're actually engaged with the very community that we all serve and are being serviced by. So engage with the community. I strongly recommend it. That being said, you should also be subscribing to the MSP Dispatch. So for everyone out there, please, please, please stay educated and stay safe. Take care, everyone.
If you found this episode eye-opening, catch more MSP Dispatch at 10 a.m. throughout the week. Share your thoughts below, and don't forget to like and subscribe.
This has been a broadcast of the MSP Media Network.